Did you know that babies can teach children? It's true. I get a lot of questions like, what is the Roots of Empathy program and how does it all work? Today, I'm going to tell you a bit about the Roots of Empathy program. I'm going to teach you how it encourages communication, reciprocity, and compassion, and tell you how you can be involved if you're interested in becoming a Roots of Empathy instructor. Roots of Empathy, founded by Mary Gordon, is a program where children learn about their own personal development through watching and growing alongside a baby. She also wrote the book Roots of Empathy, Changing the World Child by Child. In 1981, Mary Gordon developed interactive community centers in Ontario, Canada. In these centers, women were given the tools they needed to learn about healthy lifestyles, postpartum depression, infant development, and compassion. This worldwide concept is used in childcare centers and public school systems around the world now and is helping parents and communities learn more about physical and emotional development through a growing baby. This program brings a volunteer parent and infant and an instructor into an educational setting. Instructors follow an age-appropriate curriculum, and they are taught to promote communication, curiosity, and questions in a non-judgmental environment. You may be asking, but Miranda, what does this actually look like? Well, it looks like a group of school-age kids observing a baby together, quite honestly, but it is a bit more complex than that. Introducing children to a baby and their parents basically opens the floodgates. Children bond with this baby. They want to hold the baby. They want to be with this baby. And they want to learn about this baby. Children in school are typically learning about academics, math, science, reading, and there's little opportunity for them to process deep personal development. The Roots of Empathy program encourages this brain development because children can witness the parent-child bond. They see the baby's achievements and its struggles as well. After the 30 to 45 minute visit, children then process the infant's development with their peers. Instructors give them age-appropriate books, songs, and activities, and encourage an open dialogue. If for one visit, a baby is struggling to crawl, let's say, the kids are going to want to talk about that. So at first they might be saying, I really noticed the baby was having trouble crawling. So they're going to want to talk about that. They may have noticed the baby was in pain. They may have noticed the baby was crying. They may have noticed the baby was struggling. As an instructor myself, I might say, how did you notice that the baby was struggling? Or can you think of a time when you were crying? Keeping the conversation unbiased helps them to communicate without needing to get too emotional. Children are then able to recall these situations and actually discuss it with their peers. They can learn to advocate for one another because they understand that emotions are normal, and they learn that they can be a helper for other people when those other people are overwhelmed with their own emotions. And in school, this is critical because school is fast-paced, jam-packed, and these important conversations are often overlooked because teachers are pressuring the kids to move to the next subject. And usually very, very quickly, So children tend to ignore these discussions when they should be having them. The programs usually last between October and June, and the students are actually growing with the baby. And babies are growing at an incredible rate, so you can imagine the discussions and conversations that are going on throughout the school year. It's really incredible. By the end of the year, they're not only learning about essential math skills or science and reading, but they're actually learning how to communicate better too. They learn how to promote and encourage these discussions because they've basically been doing it the entire year. This leads to a reduction in bullying, an increase in peer advocacy. But don't take my word for it. This program has actually been involved in numerous research studies, and across the board, scientists are finding this is true. If you're interested in becoming a Roots of Empathy instructor, I recommend going to www.rootsofempathy.org. This information can be found under their involvement page. And there you can connect with a local Roots of Empathy mentor, and you're given the opportunity to train, practice, and connect with other schools that are interested in hosting a Roots of Empathy program. Roots of Empathy is a nonprofit organization, so it relies on volunteer involvement for the success of the program. So it's a really great way for you to be involved in your community. And don't forget, a decrease in bullying, an increase in social emotional awareness, and it promotes a more civil world. Thank you.